Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel. Today, we are going to talk about a very important skill. The topic is listen deeply for English listening and speaking skill. Please relax, take your time, and listen carefully. Learning English can feel difficult sometimes. Many learners try to speak first. They want to talk fast and sound fluent. But they forget one important thing. Good speaking starts with good listening. If you want to speak English well, you must learn how to listen deeply. So, what does it mean to listen deeply? Listening deeply means you do not just hear the words. You try to understand the meaning. You pay attention to the sound, the tone, and the rhythm. You listen carefully and actively. Many beginners only listen to understand the basic meaning. That is a good start. But to improve faster, you need to go deeper. When you listen deeply, you notice how words are connected. You notice how sentences are spoken. You begin to understand natural English. Let's start with a simple idea. When you listen to English, do not worry if you cannot understand everything. This is normal. Even intermediate learners do not understand everything. Instead, focus on the main idea. Ask yourself simple questions. What is the speaker talking about? What is the message? This helps your brain stay calm and focused. Now, let's talk about how to practice deep listening. First, choose the right material. For beginners, choose slow and clear audio. It can be a short story, a simple conversation, or a listening lesson. For intermediate learners, you can choose longer audio. You can listen to podcasts, videos, or natural conversations. But remember, do not choose something too difficult. You should understand at least 50%. Second, listen more than one time. The first time, just listen. Try to understand the general idea. The second time, listen more carefully. Try to catch more words. The third time, focus on details. Notice pronunciation, stress, and rhythm. Repetition is very important. The more you listen, the more you understand. Third, use shadowing. Shadowing means you listen and repeat at the same time or just after the speaker. This is a very powerful method. It helps your listening and speaking together. At first, it may feel difficult, but don't worry. Start slowly. You can pause after each sentence and repeat. Then slowly try to follow the speaker without stopping. When you do this, you train your ears and your mouth at the same time. Fourth, pay attention to pronunciation. English words do not always sound the same as they are written. Native speakers connect words they speak quickly. For example, want to becomes wanna. Going to becomes gonna. When you listen deeply, you begin to hear these changes. This helps you understand real English in daily life. Fifth, practice every day. Even 10 minutes a day can make a big difference. Consistency is more important than time. If you practice a little every day, your listening skill will improve step by step. Now, let's talk about speaking. Listening deeply helps your speaking naturally. When you listen again and again, your brain remembers patterns. You begin to speak in a more natural way. You don't need to think too much about grammar. You start to feel the language. For beginners, you can start with simple sentences. Listen to a sentence and repeat it. Try to copy the sound. For intermediate learners, try to speak longer sentences. Try to express your ideas after listening. You can also talk about what you heard. For example, after listening to a story, you can say, "This story is about a man who..." This helps you practice both listening and speaking. Another important point is patience. Learning English takes time. You cannot improve in one day. Sometimes you may feel slow. Sometimes you may feel confused. But that is okay. It is part of the learning process. Just keep going. Trust your practice. Every time you listen, you are improving, even if you do not notice it. Also, try to enjoy your learning. Choose topics you like. Listen to things that interest you. When you enjoy the content, you will stay motivated. You can listen to stories, daily conversations, or topics about life. Learning becomes easier when it is interesting. Another helpful idea is to create a quiet environment. When you listen, try to remove distractions. Focus only on the audio. This helps you listen more deeply and clearly. You can also use headphones. This helps you hear the sound better. Over time, your listening will become stronger. You will understand more, you will feel more confident, and your speaking will improve naturally. Now, let's remember the key points. Listening deeply means listening with attention and understanding. Choose the right level. Listen many times. Practice shadowing, focus on pronunciation. Practice every day. Be patient and enjoy the process. As you continue practicing deep listening, you will start to notice small improvement. At first, you may only understand a few words, but slowly you will begin to understand full sentences. Then you will understand ideas and conversations more clearly. This progress may feel slow, but it is real. Every time you listen, your brain is learning. Your ears are getting used to the sounds of English. Your mind is building connections. Do not rush this process. Language learning takes time. Just like learning to walk or ride a bicycle, you need practice and patience. Another useful method is to listen and write. This is called dictation. You listen to a short sentence and try to write what you hear. At first, it may be difficult. You may miss some words, but that is okay. After writing, you can check the correct sentence. Then listen again and see your mistakes. This helps you improve your listening accuracy. You can also break the audio into small parts. Do not try to listen to everything at once. Listen to one sentence, understand it, repeat it, then move to the next sentence. This makes learning easier and less stressful. For intermediate learners, you can challenge yourself more. Try listening without subtitles. Try to understand the meaning only by listening. Then, listen again with subtitles and check your understanding. This helps you see your progress and improve faster. You can also try to think in English while listening. When you hear a sentence, try to understand it directly in English. Do not translate into your own language. This helps you become faster and more natural in understanding. Another important habit is to review. Do not always use new audio. Go back and listen to old audio again. You will be surprised. What was difficult before will now feel easy. This gives you confidence. It shows that you are improving. Also, remember to relax. Do not put too much pressure on yourself. Learning should not feel heavy. It should feel natural and enjoyable. If you feel tired, take a short break. Then come back and continue. Your energy and focus are important. Finally, believe in yourself. Even if your progress is slow, you are still moving forward. Every small step matters. One day, you will listen to English and understand easily. You will speak with more confidence. And you will remember how you started, with simple listening practice like this. So, keep listening, keep practicing, and never give up. Thank you again for listening. Keep going, and see you in the next video.